Howdy Folks, how are y'all doing? My name is Reese, and if all goes to plan, I will be a floating head. I've already tried this on a Final Fantasy 16 video, and it didn't quite work because there's too many wrinkles in this shirt, and unfortunately there's not really anything I can do about it, so the wrinkles just kind of appear as little lines under my head. I'm gonna have to get like a proper green suit, I think. Like the bodysuit, the crazy bodysuit that you see people wear. I don't really want to wear that when I record though, and I really only need it to be the torso. So I don't know, maybe I can get something like one of those green athletic shirts. The goal is to just be a floating head in the videos and then never reference it. I think it'll be funny. That's what I'm going for, at least. Oh, also, welcome back to welcome back to Xenoblade Chronicles 3, The Adventure Continues, where this time, I'm kind of sick of being in Lambda. We've been here for a really long time. I have nothing against the people of Lambda, but I kind of came here expecting we would just do an ascension quest and leave, and that's not really been what's happening around here, but we're hopeful that, well, actually, okay, well, this question mark I had thought was in his office, Isurd's office, and so I thought it was a shoo-in to be an ascension quest, but now, I mean, look at this camera work. This has got to be an ascension quest. They wouldn't put this much work into it otherwise. Dialogue. Voiced.
Looking at Colony Lambda now, wouldn't you agree that it's recovered some of its spirit?
Definitely. The atmosphere feels different to how things were, even a little while ago.
Perhaps the change isn't a vast one, but something is indeed different. If we hadn't met you, perhaps this change wouldn't have taken place. We'd have retreated into our shells.
All we did was give things a little push. I'm sure you'd have managed this by yourself, Isurd?
You're most kind. Either way, that doesn't change the heap of problems I'm facing. They need fixing, but I can only manage a few at a time.
It's not good if you push yourself too hard, Commander. Getting some rest is important too.
Rest? Not sure how I'd go about getting some rest. The way things are here, I always end up busy, almost without intending to.
I suppose as long as you're at your home colony, things just turn out that way, huh?
And you know, we ain't exactly experts in the art of taking a load off.
That reminds me.
Do you have an idea, Tyon?
Well, this could turn out to be nothing, but earlier I heard a Nopon merchant talking about something called a natural spa.
A spa?
Supposedly it's in a remote place, not easily reachable by people.
What's remoteness got to do with getting poor Isurd here to relax?
The Nopon also said it contained lots of nutrients, stimulated metabolism, promoted blood circulation.
So you're saying if we get our hands on this spa, then even Isurd could get some rest? He'll be able to recover, basically?
Like I said before, the information is questionable. It's only something I heard in passing.
Tyon.
Commander, I'm sorry, I know it's hardly a credible source.
I think I like the sound of this.
Huh?
I say we go out and we find this spa thing.
I like that they just don't know what a spa
I'm not really one
is.
to talk, but I didn't think you'd be so into this.
Well, I have a passing interest in things of that ilk. But, I don't want to keep you from your journey.
Nah,
It's
don't
fine,
worry about
man.
that. More importantly, how do we go about finding this thing?
Why don't we ask somebody in the city?
Right, better than just us racking our brains about it.
My thanks, all of you.
Just leave it to us, Commander. We'll give this our undivided attention.
This is not what I expected. An effervescent heart. What you get out of these ascension quests is wildly different depending on whose it is. You know, you get Tyon's, and Tyon's was really good. And then you get someone like Senna's, and Senna got done dirty. Senna should have been a lot better. And then you get one like Juniper's, and Juniper's was like a bit of a disappointment to me. Oh, we gotta go to the city? Sorry, wait, what are we doing? Gather enough about natural spas in info fragments, and that's gonna be at the city, apparently? Okay, I mean, I can play that game. We can go to the city. But then you get Juniper's, and Juniper's doesn't really have anything to do with the colony and all the stuff you've been doing there. I mean, I guess kind of tangentially. But it is kind of epic, you know, you're fighting for the future of the colony. And then you get a perfect, well, like, look, you don't have to like potatoes, but you gotta acknowledge, at the very least, it made sense relative to what you were doing throughout that entire, like, storyline with Colony 4, or was it Colony 9? Colony 9. It was all about potatoes, and it ends up being about potatoes. potatoes, and it makes sense. And you're like, yeah, you know what? I accept this. This all checks out, you know? I'm just saying. And then you get something like this, where it's Isurd, and you've been helping. I saw for sure it was going to have something to do with the mechs they got going around, or with the colony, like getting back on its feet. No! It's about finding a spa. That's fine. They don't all have to be incredible bangers. Where are you going, Isurd? I'd like to ask you something. Oh dear, yes? Do you know of something called a natural spa? Never thought I'd hear anyone ask about those ever again. Oh, do you know something? Why, yes, of course. People used to talk about spas until the Armus come home. It's a place where you could heal your wounds, warm your spirit, and strengthen bonds with your fellow man. Whoa, they did all that? But I've never seen one, you see. In fact, they say they all dried up decades ago. Don't they exist anymore? They're not something you'd find just anywhere. Not many here in the city know about them. But there's someone who might. There is. I think if there's anyone who can tell you, it's him. He's called... Give me a minute. We're counting on you, love. If we don't find it, Isurd here is gonna shrivel up and die from stress. Come now, it's really not that severe. Well, it's the man people call the Trivia King. He's got to know what you need. Brilliant, thank you. I'm sorry, the Trivia King?
Somewhere fairly out of the way.
What, is this just some nerd who reads a lot of books and like retained a lot of information? No, so did he just say that a lot of people had heard of spas? Because we've talked to one individual. And hey, Jagger, you still got those moves? I need to retire. All of my jokes are severely dated from back when I started. What is this? Do we know what this is? Have we been in here before? This is where the baby was. Have we come back in here since then? Would we have had a reason to? Has this door always been available to? It just stood out to me because there's just a sign that said door. And I don't know, I feel like there might have been maybe something more interesting in there. Hollis, what's up? Could we have a moment of your time? What's wrong? Is there an emergency? We want something called a natural spa. We were hoping you might know where we can get one. So you want a spa, do you? Do you know something? Sorry. Just I hadn't heard anyone talk about one in a good while. That's a quaint pastime and no mistake. But you know, a spa isn't something you just have. It's a pastime. You mean like a hobby? Long ago, people used to go to great lengths looking for natural spas. Soldiers tired from war would heal their wounds with their help, and then come out ready to fight again. I guess you'd say a spa is something you immerse in. It warms your core as soon enough you're better. So our records say, why don't they just tell them what a spa is? It sounds like everyone we've talked to, or spoken to, if you're so inclined, has had an idea of what a spa is, and we're just not telling them. The more we hear about this, the stranger it sounds. You soak your body, and it heals? Right. I'm sorry to say, over however many decades, they've all but disappeared. They can disappear? Yep. You can go look for one, but I wouldn't hold out too much hope if I were you. Typical boomer on the internet. Completely devoid of any hope or ambition or dreams, just cynical and miserable and trying to push that off on everyone else. This has been great help. Thank you kindly. Why not simply tell them that it's a hole in the ground with water that bubbles up?
To get so fired up.
Is he saying that to me?
Discovering the unknown serves as a good motivator.
Talking to him. Okay. Like someone just explained, sometimes there's like a natural hot spring situation. Sometimes there's geothermal activity. Sometimes the water bursts out of the ground. Well, now I'm just thinking of old reliable at this point, but we're gonna ask a literal boomer. Let's go. Excuse me, sir. I'd like to ask you a question. What's that? We're looking for something called a natural spa. Natural spa, eh? Never seen such bounties of nature with my own eyes, I'm sorry to say. Bounties of nature? What? You don't know even that? Now, I guess you lunglings only know what you know. That's everyone. Thank you for that input. But if you ask around among folk my age, you should find someone who can tell you all about them. In fact, someone I knew once used to go searching for spas, but they're in elusive spots, never to be found. Spots like? Well, you'd hear about them being in the forest or under a cliff or deep in some cave, but nobody could ever find them. I see. Hang on, Maybe that old man's been to one. No, maybe he's dead. Don't see him around these days. Might be dead. Okay then. Thanks. Sorry to bother you. Sorry I couldn't be more help. No, you've helped a lot. Let's go. I'm in agreement, Isurd. Let's go. This man has been a bit of an irritant.
The more curious I become.
I think we should have our conversation here in the Mashiba Cantina, it's just the canteen. I think we've discussed this previously. It's not a cantina, but that's more fun to say because it rhymes. Mashiba Cantina. At Mashiba Cantina, the hottest spot north of Frida. I don't listen. We're what, like 80 episodes into this series? If you're expecting like laughs and larks and clever things, you're out of your mind. Natural spa, let's go. So, what do we know about natural spas? To summarize, hardly much of anything, except that they heal and restore you. We didn't get the most concrete info, huh? Nobody's even been to one. Look at this poor Claude. It's so haggard. I think we're gonna lose him. Just how do I look to you? One thing's for sure, we're not gonna find one with what we've got so far. We've no clue where one actually could be. Like in a forest, under a cliff. Yeah, realistically, we can't just blindly search everywhere. But it does sound kinda cool, right? Just soaking your body and somehow healing? Yeah, but soaking in what? It sounds like a lot like a bath. It can't just be a bath, right? I mean, from the way they talked, I thought the same. But I've never been in a bath that healed my wounds. Maybe it's a question of using the right soap. Sir, I hate to think we've wasted your time, but if we can't come up with any more results... I'm grateful for your concern, but honestly, I've been enjoying myself. We might not find anything after all our searching, but there's just something in all this talk. Just hearing that gave my heart a much-needed jolt, though that might not be the best way to put it. No, I think you have it right. Yeah, I'd be lying if I say I didn't care what happens. Let's keep searching for a little bit longer. Then let's go ask the bloke that people said would know about the whole spa business. What, that Trivia King guy? Or this supposedly dead guy? The report of his death could still turn out to have been a mite exaggerated. We don't know whether Trivia King and this dead or not guy... We don't know whether Trivia King or this dead or not guy are the same person, but it's worth finding out. I know I've said it before, but I've certainly saddled you with a tough task. Enough of that. We're giving your spirits a lift and all that. Once we find this natural spa, we'll chuck you right in it. Then you had better really find it. Dead or not guy. Oh man, I didn't realize how many quests there were queued up in here, right? Like, news of Ellis? Who was Ellis? We had more spongy spuds with Xeon? I thought we already did his Ascension quest and that was all done. Castle prisoners, missing Offseer, leaders in training. There's like a lot to do here. We never did find out more about the white fog on Arithia Sea. That's still very frustrating. I went searching for that in particular, just poking around trying to find more fog on the sea. We never managed to. It looked like we were just having a stare-off with Mio there for a minute, and I'm glad that's not the case, because that would have been pretty intimidating. Also, wait, what? Oh, I thought we were seeing the Lapidurus Extraordinaire, but no, it's just Mio in her outfit. Also, I realized something the other day, thanks to a YouTube video pointing it out to me, meaning that I didn't necessarily actually realize it, but leader of House Ortiz isn't, right? The Lapidurist, I think? And that means that she is a descendant of Linka, which means that she is a descendant of Pandoria, and Zeke, which is kind of cool and makes a ton of sense if you look at the aesthetic again and sort of her flashy self. I like that. That's fun. Family ties. I think a lot of people were disappointed when Xenoblade Chronicles 3 wasn't just like a direct, immediate sequel to... Oh, how do I get over there? Oh, shoot. I think we've gone the wrong way? Unless I can, like, drop down there from up here. It looks like we should have gone on top of the canteen. But we might be able to pull something off here. I'm kind of glad that it wasn't, because it's given us the opportunity to see not just where our characters ended up, but where their like grandkids and their great-grandkids and their really distant offspring all ended up, right? Like, not only do we get to see in Future Connected, Future Redeemed, we do see grown-up Shulk and Rex, and we do see their best friends' kids, but then also skip forward far enough and we like meet grandkids and great-grandkids, and it's all really cool stuff. Is there any reason to be on this ledge? It's a bit weird that they let us get onto this ledge. Can we go anywhere up here? Off the edge, apparently. Oh, shoot, didn't mean to do that, but saved it right at the end there. I don't know if I've ever been up here before. I didn't know we could get up here. It looks like he would go, on top of the canteen, which we knew we could do, because we've come up here before for a quest. But I don't remember ever once running over here, which is kind of odd, and makes me wonder how many other little places there are in the game like this that I've just not gone to, because I just didn't realize I could go to them. I have a story about that concerning Xenoblade Chronicles 2, but we'll come back to that here in a minute.
Excuse me, kind sir.
What? What? A bunch of hoodlums? Trying to gang up on an old man, eh?
No, sir. We are searching for a natural spa.
What did you say?
Oh, we're searching...
If it's spas you're asking about, I'm who you need to be talking to.
We are talking to you, mate.
Well then. So you're the kids going around making noise about spas. You think talking to me is the way to get at all my secrets?
This is such a bizarre voice acting decision.
But I can respect that kind of grit.
You think he actually knows anything?
I'm wondering.
We heard that there was someone who knew much about spas, but that he had passed away.
What did that old codger tell you? I ain't dying anytime soon.
Mind telling us about the spas, then?
When I was young, I used to go around them all, and a lot. There were about 4 of them. The one I liked the most was the Nordal Natural Spa. At the time, my back was killing me, but one dip, and it was healed. Amazing! The odd thing was, it was just a foot bath. I dipped my feet in, and it healed my back. What genius came up with that, eh? I only ever found 4 natural spas, but I also heard rumors of another secret one. I bet it'd do marvels for one's back.
Mate, we didn't come here to chat about your flipping back.
Hey,
We want to know where we can find a spa. If there's 4 of them, then you can...
no, they're long gone.
He said.
Thanks to kids like you with your wars and whatever, they've been blown up.
A reaction! This is the best quest in the
Out of the
game!
ground. No gush, no spring. You might find something if you start digging, though.
That's your advice.
No, in times like these, start digging holes and people will think you're crazy.
Well, you certainly turned out to be a font of knowledge. I don't regret this at all.
Don't take it to heart, Tyon. We tried our best. We'll just have to accept the result. We may not have found a natural spa, but the time we spent was still worthwhile.
Was it? Was it?
You suppose nothing. You should let someone finish when they're talking. There is still the secret spa that I couldn't find. Or, to be more precise, there might be...
What? Really?
I heard this when I was still young, so it might not be too credible. But the rumor goes that there was one in the Brasser geothermal belt. But I couldn't make it. The place was crawling with monsters, inside and out.
So there is hope after all.
Long time ago, lots of people took refuge there. But not one of them came back. That's how dangerous the place is.
Or they're all living there. And there's an incredible spa.
Might be there. It might not. That's why I couldn't recommend the place to you.
There we go then. Hey, is it?
Indeed. It might be there, it might not. The more uncertain it sounds, the more it gets me excited.
Weirdo. What if it turns out to be a massive waste of time?
I never thought I'd get so excited at searching for something unknown.
Soak yourself in the spa the way you're getting now, and you're liable to broil yourself to death.
I'll take care. Thank you kindly.
Oh, nearly forgot to tell you. How to properly use the spa. Pin your ears back and listen.
This is the most bizarre quest I think we've ever had. It's so shockingly strange. We're not going to take the ship because I think we could probably fast travel a lot closer to it. All of that dialogue was very weird. All of it was just very strange. I don't know how to feel about any of this. Oh, I've been here before, apparently. Yeah, there's a spa right there. I have no memory of it, but let's see. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, you know what? I do have a memory of this. Do I? Vaguely? Wait a minute. No, I don't. Is this the Malevolent Hollow? No, we've definitely been here before. Yeah, this is the creepy cave with all the bright colors and lights. I think we got killed in here a few times, and maybe also stranded. I've got vague memories. This is what happens when you play a video game over the course of a year instead of just knocking it all out in one go like you should do.
There's an unusual smell coming from over on the right.
Very well observed. There's also a mark on the ground telling us to go that way. What level are we? Shoot, I forgot to check what the recommended level for the quest was, and I don't remember what the recommended level for the cave was. We're just gonna sprint. We're just gonna sprint and hope for the best. We're gonna try to just avoid everybody. If we have to leave and come back later, that's fine too. Fortunately, before they drop from the ceiling, the baddies do tend to appear on the mini-map first. See what I mean? You can see the red spots and we can kind of skirt them, or they'll see us, and that's okay. Look, this is it right here. We've made it. More or less? Less. Definitely less. It's further along unless it's that pool right there. Is it all the way? There is like a... I hesitate to call it a cliff or something. I'm not really sure about the proper terminology for a large bit of rock outcropping maybe? With some water in it. Maybe this up ahead is what they're talking about. This definitely seems like it could be it. There's so much mist as well. This seems like a real spa-ish environment. There's that flying guy up there. This is the place. There's steam, revitalizing. There's definitely not a society of people living up here who just spend 24/7 in the spa.
This is the spa.
So it is just a great big stonking bath.
Yeah.
Looks can be deceiving. They told us it has special properties, remember?
The humidity is insane. Do you think the water's hot?
Oh, yeah.
Huh? Hold it. Something's here.
This isn't going to be good because I'm not the appropriate level for this. Oh, yeah, something's here! An entire army!
Weapons ready!
Are there no, like, spa rules? No weapons at the spa? Everyone, like, Turkin, Lizalfos, Igna. Lizalfos is from a different series. Humans, the Homs, we all just get together at the spa. There's no fighting. I think we can manage. They're only 5 levels higher than us. I think at the very least, if we can get our interlink up to level 3, then we can take them all down. There's only 6 of them. Maybe we should focus all of our efforts on them one at a time? Oh, wow, we bursted a guy. Oh, we're not even attacking the guy I thought we were. I thought I was attacking that guy directly in front of me. This makes way more sense, and also I'm not doing it right. Topple. Or we can get, like, thrown around. That's fine, too. I've got a daze! Okay, well, does anyone have a smash? I don't. That's all I can do. I can only get them to daze. No one can smash? Okay, that's alright. Maybe we can, well, you know what? I don't want to try to break them now. They're already almost dead. So I think we'll just let death take its course on this guy, and we'll save our abilities. You know what? We're going to take it off focus attack, and I'm going to move on to this guy here with the horn. He's kind of irritating, and I want to take him out. Here we go. Let's get him toppled. There we go. No, that was a break. Let's topple him now. There we go. And then let's daze him. There we go. And then whoever wants to do the next step is more than welcome. Thank you. Now I feel like I'm really contributing something to the encounter. Where is Mio and why is she about to die? Where is Mio and why is she dead? You gotta be careful holding down A to help someone up, because if they get up and you're still holding down A, you'll just quit the combat encounter. And then if you happen to die at that same moment, well, gosh darn it, the fight's over. No one can res you because you're no longer in combat. It's very dumb. We're a level 3 interlink. Let me get Tyon up, and then we're going to go into our interlink. I mean, it doesn't have anything to do with Tyon. I just didn't want... I'm one of the few people that can res in the team, and I wanted to make sure that he was res before we started doing this nonsense, because there's no shot I was going to be paying attention after that. Here we go. Big hits. Big hits, baby. And if we need to panic into a chain attack, we have the ability to panic into a chain attack. We've got that queued up and ready to go. Also, I gotta figure out which of these attacks can be done the most quickly so that I can, like, chain them together. Let's see. So I think this one is the one where you pull... Oh, wait, I can't do any of them because I'm too far away. That one, you pull a giant rock up. That way you just kind of, like, belly flop on him. This one does, like, a big triple spin. And then can I get that done and do this one more time? We're going to overheat, and that's okay. I wouldn't want to go back in until we, like, got back up to level 3 anyway. Good job, everyone. Do we need to, like, focus our attack? And let's take this guy down right here. Because then there'll be one last guy delivering damage to the team. We'll do the same with this guy if someone wants to res me. Because I think the issue right now is for too long I let them go around and fight, like, whoever they wanted to. And as a result, no one actually got killed. There we go. We gotta focus our efforts so we're dealing with, like, fewer total enemies. How are you the guy that's left? How is it you? I hate you so much I'm gonna do a chain attack just to spite you with your death. I've done break, topple, daze bursts 4 times in the course of this chain attack, which I'm pretty proud of. I was almost dead anyway, so we're not getting any kind of crazy XP bonus, and we're not doing any kind of crazy damage. It was decent. I think maybe... Nah, I was gonna say 2 million, so we didn't even do as well as I thought, but that's fine. We might have got enough XP to level up, though.
Those guys, they healed up something crazy.
Was that an effect of the spa's waters?
Maybe.
Does it matter anymore? Now you can just dive right on in. Huh? But,
Right. Ready, is it?
as promised, time for us to chuck you in.
Hold up! I don't remember making any...
Uni's already ready to go. I should have put everyone in their suits.
What is the meaning of this? Commander, are you okay?
Other than my heart, I believe I'm quite all right. Thank you.
Just like the old man said, if there's nobody there, it's good manners to jump right in.
Even so, that's not...
However, the water is good.
He's fully
What
clothed.
does
Why
it
did we do
feel
this
like?
to him? He's gonna be walking home
The
soggy.
temperature is very pleasant.
So like
Yeah, what
I've
if it had been
saying,
scalding
just
hot?
laugh.
I guess we've been fighting in it.
My wounds are closing as we speak.
Wow. So what that man was saying, it wasn't entirely wrong, it looks like.
Yes. Now that I'm in here, I don't think I ever want to leave.
Right, my turn then.
I feel like getting into a hot body of water with open wounds is a good way to get, like, a
Oi, what's wrong with you? Everybody
flesh-eating bacteria, brain-eating amoeba.
My word. I'm healing in places I didn't even know I had.
Are they, like, fully
Are
nude
you
right
coming
now?
in? The water's fine.
But I,
I'm coming back to life. Not that I was dead or anything.
Would I have to strip down?
Yes.
Oh, right. The old man, he did say there's a proper way for getting in the water.
But I mean, right here.
It's funny how
Hey,
far
guys,
we've come.
Where's your sense of culture? Get in already.
Remember when
You
at the
don't
beginning of the
wanna
game
get
when
cold.
none of them cared?
It's perfect for healing your wounds after a grueling battle.
but Commander,
I like the
You
Lance
can be
still doesn't.
hopeless. Uni, boot him in already, will ya?
Roger that.
now wait here a minute, Uni.
And it's consistent with
I never
Lance's
said I was
character
going
not to
in.
care. Remember, he tried to pull out all his,
Spark,
well,
why did it have to end like this?
was that part of his ascension quest?
Tyon, it's a good experience for you. It wasn't so bad, was it?
Oh, well, now that you ask.
Yeah, taking a dip wasn't bad at all.
Right. All my tiredness is just completely gone.
Did you enjoy your break?
I did. Thanks to you, I feel as if a weight's been lifted from my heart. I believed I was working for the colony, but really I was running myself into the ground.
So it was worth coming here.
It just shows that there's room in any heart to appreciate the finer things. This has given me a lot to think about. At some point, I'll have to bring everyone in the colony here.
If you can make everyone fit. In a space like this, people have to take turns. The lines will get long.
Huh. Then perhaps we need to dig some more holes. We might even discover some new springs.
You're really serious?
Once the fighting ends and people have more free time, then I might give it some serious thought.
About
Digging a
that.
few holes shouldn't pose us too much of a challenge. We are miners after all. But wait. If we can discover many more of these spas, we could bring in people from other colonies.
Uh-oh.
Looks like you've caught the spa bug, Isurd.
Times like this are when the commander shines the brightest.
Bet you're glad we helped him, Tyon.
Yes. I think he's going to be an even greater help to us now.
Shall we be off? Our next objective awaits.
That was actually fun. I enjoyed that. It was a good time. The bit of dialogue in the city with the... it was very funny. It was very oddly funny at points. So that was great, and we did rank up. Did we level up, though? I didn't quite hear that sound effect. We're close, though. No one... Oh, actually, Isurd is top rank, but I can't change his, so whatever. Man, that was pretty good. Oh, and I guess that's everything we got for the fight coming in there now. Oh, look at that. I guess we could go down there if we wanted to and get that supply drop. Although we've not done like a supply drop in ages.
A supply drop?
I can't remember the last time we bothered going out of our way to get the contents of a supply drop because we've not needed it. I guess the question now is, what do we do next? Or rather, who do we go help out next in order to get, you know, them leveled up and everything? So if we go to our heroes here, we've got Isurd taken care of, Juniper taken care of, Teach is taken care of. Yeah, ranked one. Yeah. Good. So every one of these top two rows is handled. Down below, you know what? Alexandria. Time to figure out her ascension quest. Next time! Till then, thank you folks for watching. God bless you. I'll see you later. Bye!